It's 6:33 a.m. Thank you so much for staying tuned. Let's get into the newspaper review segment right now. We'll be going through the headlines across various media outlets and news outlets in Nigeria. Kindly note that we're only reading the headlines as published according to the editorial guidelines of this platform. So do your due diligence, get the information, the facts, and all the details that you need prior commenting on these various headlines. We'll be going through the Punch, Vanguard, The Nation, Daily Trust, and The Guardian this morning. And you can watch live on YouTube and Facebook at Nigeria Info Abuja. Don't forget to also subscribe to our YouTube platform and click the little bell right there so you get notified when it is that we are live and streaming on these various platforms. Let's get started with The Punch right now. Supreme Court can't be learning platforms for lawyers, as what a retired judge is saying. New wage begins April. Federal government votes 24 trillion naira for salaries. And the writers right here say Labour, federal government begin talks. Current wage regime expires March ending, says minister. Federal government laments fiscal deficit. Reps condemn high MDA's salaries, demand ICPC probe. CBN, Senate threatens to order gas companies probe. Shaibu free to contest Edo governorship, says Obaseki. Federal government pays 585 million naira fines, begins nationwide prisoners release. COP28, Tinubu meets King Charles, Nigeria others eye $261 billion fund. Kwara monarch, two others bag life imprisonment for kidnapping. Abiodun visits home of slain director, pledges support. Akinlade Mon, slain Ogun finance director. Demolition will not bow to threats, says Lagos State government. Victims of Ogun Shanti's demolition decry insecurity. Jigawa police arrest 53 suspected criminals, kidnappers. And that's it on The Punch this morning. Moving over to the Vanguard. Federal government's MDAs now undertakers of businesses in Nigeria. That's according to the Manufacturers Association of Nigeria and the Nigeria Employers Consultative Association. Nigeria will see effects of 2024 budget in shortest possible time. That's according to the presidency. Coup against lawmakers. House Senate stopped legislators' replacement bill. Motorists lament as truckers block Oshodi Apapa Expressway. Ministers to reps, education facing lots of problems. Supreme Court judgment, tension grips Nasarawa. Naira gains at parallel market at 1,165 naira to a dollar. Senate begins debate on 27.5 trillion naira budget without documentation. Governor Abiodun visits family of slain director, vows to fish out perpetrators. Impeachment. Ondo lawmakers withdraw case against Deputy Governor Ayedatiwa. And that's it on the Vanguard this morning. Let's move over to The Nation. How federal government will tackle budget 2024 deficit by Edu. Lagos, Abuja demolitions. Ohaneze kicks. Edo PDP governorship primary process is shaky. 300 billion naira needed annually to maintain federal roads, says FEMA. UK to partner Nigeria on lithium value chain. Federal government targets 31 million metric tons of grains in 2024. That's it on The Nation this morning. Let's move over to the Daily Trust right now. Major headline on the Daily Trust: how to get 2024 budget right. The advice economists in Nigeria are given. The writers right here say proposal law compared to South Africa, Ghana, others. Nigerians not interested in figures, but you have to find detail of that on the Daily Trust. Senators, reps consider Tinubu's 27.5 trillion naira budget without details. Navy arrests 2 ships crew for illegal fishing. 9 months after, Lagos Airport International Runway remains closed. Nigerian nurse in UK sacked, deported over prayer for dying patient. Villagers flee as soldiers leave Kaduna community. 1,001 students on Kano State government's foreign scholarship depart to their respective destinations. You want to check out the details on the Daily Trust to get more information on that. Calabar wears new look ahead of Carnival. Pastor arrested over wife killing in Ekiti. And that's it on the Daily Trust this morning. And finally, let's get into what The Guardian has got. International Day. Amid ravaging scourge, HIV cure, vaccine still elusive 42 years on. Nigeria missing as HIV prevention product for women arrives of 11 African nations. Reps knock oil operators over letdown of host communities. Lagos Assembly takes inventory of failed state roads. 135 billion naira intervention funds. Senate may alert anti-graft agencies on recovery. National Assembly begins debate on 2024 budget despite debt servicing concerns. And finally, UN leaders call for action, higher ambition as COP28 opens in Dubai. And that's it on The Guardian this morning. We've gone through The Punch, The Vanguard, The Nation, Daily Trust, and The Guardian. It's time to get into your thoughts and your reactions to the headlines this morning. Kindly note that the headlines are only read as published, so ensure you have the details, the facts, while you call in to react. No foul language. Ensure that you stick to the facts and keep the time. You've got 90 seconds to go straight to your point, to let room and give room for others to also get the chance to call. Numbers to check in right now: 0700 951 0000 and 08095974869. Those are the numbers to call. You can also call or send a WhatsApp message or put a voice call through to 08099930137. Don't forget to move away from your device when you call in. Good morning.
Good morning, Mr. Itodo.
Welcome.
So my name is Omar.
Welcome, Omar.
Itodo.
Yes.
Philip Shaibu, Deputy Governor of Edo State, free to contest.
Mm.
He's allowed. But I want to advise him. He should trade careful and be very careful in the way Amana throw his money around. Because I know certainly will play part of this game. Certainly should be careful the way Amana spend his money. If they will crash land. Then the guy asks, what's happening to Naira? Are we having a second in Mayfield in Cardoso? There's no money in the bank. ATM are not paying.
You try to use the ATMs and no one is paid?
ATM is sitting, they said 5,000 to a card now.
Okay.
As I go to bank, they make a give money no day. I don't understand. So thank you. Yes, I was at ATM to use my card. They credit me only I was paid 5,000 naira. I had to do it like twice. But I was able to do only twice with different ATM cards. I had to get money.
Okay.
I don't know. Maybe check them out too.
All right, Tamar. Thank you for sharing your thoughts. Welcome. Sorry about that. Good morning. Good morning. I can barely hear you. If you can, please call back. Welcome.
Hello.
Good morning.
Good morning, perfect gentleman. Itodo. This is Abubakar calling you from Gwagwalada. How are you, our local ones?
Very well, thank you. How are you?
I agree the last caller. I've forgotten the new name.
Omar. Is that you?
Omar, thank you.
Yes.
It's high time we value what we have. Calabar Carnival should not be only a state affair. That carnival should be transformed to become a global carnival. We can establish a world-class seaport at Calabar, transform that festival to attract tourists across the world, link Calabar by rail to Taraba State. It will make those two states a tourist heaven. Discover new zone. Discover new economic zone is Nigeria. Not only Lagos, Kano, and Kaduna, Ibadan. Discover new zones. Expand economic activities.
All right.
That is my worry this morning. Thank you.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Welcome.
Yeah, Itodo, good morning. Now,
what's your name, sir?
let me go. This is Ben on the line.
Go ahead, Zaben.
Yeah, it's about demolition. As on the kids and the demolition in Lagos, they will not bow to pressure. I worked with one white man in those days. He told me in those days that in their area, now even if you build your house on the main road, now nobody will demolish until they locate you. Where we are there, when that means there's no planning, they don't see. It is our own case, a different case here, and we attach sentiment towards whatever you are doing. See where you're taking these people to, instead of elevating their poverty level and other things, you are causing more harm on them. Then they should know what is leadership is to embrace everyone, and they tell you, how to correct their wrong in a simpler way to push you to even to commit suicide. So they should think twice.
All right.
Both here and Lagos. Thank you.
Thank you, Zaben. Let's go on to Facebook and see what your thoughts are. Anthony Menogo, thank you for joining from Niger State. Moazu John Sisi, Nigerian nurse, sacked and deported for praying for sick patient. Outside there, you have to do your work and not pray. It's only in Nigeria you can leave what you can do yourself to God. We even want God to come and put food in our mouth. That's what Moazu John. There's nothing wrong with praying, but then they have policies that they work with. And, doing the right thing at the wrong time is what resulted in that situation. Thomas Edwin, good morning. Happy New Month. And Dr. Mrs. Unmal Lebara from Owerri says this 7.9% for education is unacceptable. UNESCO believes that 26% of a country's budget should be reserved for education. If we really appreciate the purpose and effects of qualitative and effective education, we need to have a serious and overall rethink of our values and evaluations. We need to repackage and reorder our educational priorities for improvement of teaching and learning. And also Francis Ndamani, watching from Amangunze in Enugu State. Good morning. Thank God it's Friday. You say, I strongly believe that Nigeria will be better again. May God help us. Let's see what's happening on YouTube. Asu Peter says labor should not let themselves be compromised on minimum wage. Okay, they should release grains in time for planting. On WhatsApp, it's 08099930137. You can also join the conversation on that platform. Don't forget to include your name and your location when you send a message. Good morning. Hello.
Hello, good morning, Diki Itodo.
Welcome.
Happy New Month.
Happy New Month.
Our callers. I greet Mohafi John Lasisi, I greet Mala Haruna and Abubakar from Gwagwalada. I want to comment on this insecurity in Kaduna. Honestly, something needs to be done. Yes, our security men are trying, but they should do more. That is why I always ask, where is Leah Sharibu? Remember the Akwa Ibom youth corpers traveling on their way to Akwa Ibom. They have been kidnapped for over how many months? We still remember the Federal University of Dus and Masina. They are still in the hand of this criminal. We still remember the Federal University of Gusau. All are these female in the hands of this criminal. I think something needs to be done. Yes, we know that our security are trying, but they should do more. Let these people should be reunited with their family. Thank you for giving me the privilege. Nagodi.
Thank you. Welcome.
Hi, my name is, I'm calling you from. Good morning.
Good morning. You have to say your name for the records, please.
Mrs. Obeza, I know you. I'm joking.
Yeah, I know.
The boys.
Yes.
Any moment from now, there will be increment of salary.
Mm.
I want to ask you one question. Please answer me. I want to learn. You have a situation wherein, as chairman and a driver, when it's time for retirement, the driver will leave, while the chairman will start dragging feet. We start thinking of, please, I'm the only person that is qualified. To the extent that they have to think out with some books to allow the chairman stay at office, preventing people from going the rank. Now the question is, do you think that the driver is leaving because the salary is more than that of the chairman? Do you think that the chairman doesn't want to leave because his salary is small? No. It's beyond the issue of salary. My brothers and sisters are listening.
Hello. All right, something happened with your connection. Welcome. Okay, such a vibe this morning. Welcome.
Good morning.
Good morning. Are you okay? Still in bed?
Just waking up.
Okay. Welcome then. What's your name?
My name is Prince.
Go ahead, Prince. If you can project, that would be great so I can hear you clearly.
Okay. Can you hear me now?
Let's try this. Go ahead.
Okay, I want to talk about the demolition in Abuja and Lagos.
Go ahead, please.
I don't know any minister or commissioner of work and housing comes into power. He never goes to the old persons who are in charge of structures. They will only go for demolition of houses built by individuals. The best way of doing things is to find out how do this land being allocated, what are the processes to it, not just taking bulldozers and demolition houses. A professional will have to find out, okay, what happened? How did you award this place to this place? Not just coming out and say you are working, you just demolish somebody's structure. How long the life ends of the person? Thank you.
All right. And let's go to WhatsApp before we go on the break. At 7 o'clock, we've got the news coming up. And after that, I'll be back to take some of your reactions. But Happy New Month from Festus Tame. He says, may December bring you goodies. Amen to that. And Opulent in Buhari says it's not new again because it is strongly believed that they can get it right again as our naira continues to depreciate against the dollar in parallel market. May God help Nigeria. And Africa in Yanya says, good morning. Government should please send more troops to Kaduna to protect them. And lastly, government should reduce the cost of governance because what politicians are collecting is too much. God bless Nigeria. Amen. And Jibril Musa Bako in Wukari, Abuja says, help us beg the humanitarian minister. The N-Power stipends for batch C2 is yet to be paid. This is unfair. And good morning, Zaka Isa in Maraba. The 2024 budget presentation by the president without details calls for worry. Another corruption might be looming. Adopting incremental budget year in, year out is not healthy to us and the nation. 27.5 trillion naira, while insecurity challenge, poverty, unemployment, bad transport system, and so on, continue unabated. Leadership shenanigans amidst despondency to the public is declining. No leadership trust, insecurity attracting bad image for investors, and leaving citizens in fear always. That's what Zaka Isa in Maraba is saying. We're going to break right now, but in case you missed the first few minutes, you can go on to our YouTube and Facebook pages at Nigeria Info Abuja. Don't forget to subscribe. At 7 o'clock, we have the news, so do all the stay tuned to Nigeria Info 95.1 Abuja.
This is Nigeria Info.